Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. This includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss Cobie having his soul purchased by Coinbase. We're going to talk about the Ethereum Foundation taking heat from multiple angles. And we're going to talk about how we are going to identify this quarter's crypto meta. What is it? Is it internet capital markets? Is it creator coins? Is it prediction markets? Is it a little bit of all of the above? We will dive into that. Thank you all for listening today. We really appreciate each and every one of you who makes this show possible. If you're listening on Spaces, give us a like, give us a comment. Let us know what you want us to talk about today. What coins are we buying? Give us a bookmark. Give us a retweet if you're feeling generous. Push us out there in the algorithm. If you are talking on YouTube, let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you think this cycle's meta is. What are you in? What tokens are you buying? I'm joined today by Easy. Easy, how you feeling today?
I'm good. Where's Clemente?
He should be here. He should be here.
What a little bitch.
Yeah, I know. He just sent me a message. He said, be on in 1 minute. And that was 2 minutes ago. So not only...
dude, he's a little hoe.
He's a little hoe. He's a little liar as well. Before we get started, just want to give a shout over to Matrica. We talked about this yesterday. Just want to give you guys a heads up. The sale is going live for their Fun token, which will power their DM.Fun platform. Pretty excited about this one. They released details last night. We have details in the Bodalgos Discord as well. Just wanted to bring this up because the Bodalgos are on the Phase 1 presale allow list for Tier 1 Solana NFT collections. There is a cap on how much is available during this presale. So make sure if you want to get involved with this and you hold a Bodalgo, you get in early. It's pretty much uncapped in terms of what you can purchase. Sale price 6.6 cents. This puts it around a $66 million FDV. 40%, I believe, is going to community. There is more information about this in their most recent post, including tokenomics, all on the webpage. You can check them out. Follow them at dm.fun on X for more information regarding presale. So this can be pretty cool. Genesis TGE going on later today, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Keep your eye out. If you have any questions, ping me in the Bodalgos Discord. I'm going to be trying to get in this as well. Welcome to the show. It's our little liar, Clemente.
Hey, how's it going, Ray?
It's good. It's good. How you doing?
I'm feeling okay. I had a rough night last night. I also had a charcuterie board for dinner, and yeah, woke up like super dehydrated.
You ate a charcuterie board for dinner? Fucking
it was on accident.
Cold meats for dinner? Like you didn't have a fucking meal. You just had a fucking wooden board with cold ass cheese, a couple olives, and some meats. Some fucking prosciutto and some fucking meats and cheese. You fucking weirdo.
That's not what happened. I had to. I was going to have a regular dinner, right? But I just went to a place with that Pio recommended, this Italian place with like apparently really good cold cuts. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have this as an appetizer, right? But then I served myself way too much, dude, and I was so full after. So I just had charcuterie board for dinner, and I woke up feeling like shit. Like
because you're eating fucking splinters and moldy cheese. What nutritional values in that?
No, there's no protein. There's probably protein in that thing.
A couple slices of pepperoni.
Yeah, but
300 calories is great for dinner.
The sodium levels are just off the charts. So yeah. Anyways, I felt like shit this one. I felt like hungover. I was like, what happened? So I'm working my way back up. I'm feeling recovered and ready to dominate now.
Yeah, loaded with salt and preservatives on that one. That's an interesting decision there.
I feel like the cavemen had not a charcuterie board, but I feel like they had something like it, right? How else do they preserve the meats?
What? You think the cavemen are out there doing preservation?
Yes.
Packing these things in their plants.
I think they would put it in the dirt or some shit. You load it up with salt and then you store it underground or some shit. Can we look that up?
Where are the cavemen getting salt?
Dude, that is okay. Well, you're out to lunch on that one. The cavemen definitely had salt. When was salt invented? I think salt was invented. Dude, you haven't read the Bible? In the Bible, they were throwing around salt like it was nothing. They had salt in the Bible.
Salt wars were fought over salt reserves as early as 6,000 BC.
Okay, I'm not so crazy. Huh? Dude, they
approximately 6,000 years ago. One sec. When were cavemen alive? Okay. I think you're off on this one, Chief. Salt is 6,000 BC. Cavemen were alive during the Paleolithic period, which was 2.6 million years ago and ended 10,000 years ago. So they might have just missed it.
They barely missed it. They barely missed salt.
I mean, salt's always been around, but just to think that they're like just chipping it off of rocks and then rubbing it on their animals, like they would have thought to do that. Like, you know what we'll do? We'll chip this rock, we'll put it on our animal, that'll make it last longer.
I actually don't think that's crazy. I think that literally happened. When was prosciutto invented?
When was prosciutto invented? All right. It was
pre-Roman times, dude. That's what I'm saying. Cured ham. The technique of air curing was a way to preserve pork for longer periods, and it's been passed down and refined over generations. So, dude, they would get these hunks of meat. They'd throw some salt on it, hang it up, prosciutto.
We are way off topic.
I just wouldn't recommend it. Is all I'm saying. I wouldn't. I woke up feeling like shit. I didn't sleep well. My favorite baseball team lost in a heartbreaking fashion last night. So I was like genuinely.
That was tough,
dude. Like I try not to get worked up about sports, or about things that you have no control over. But that was a genuinely devastating loss. So yeah, but anyways, Ray, I don't want to talk about that. You're gonna bum me out again. I'm gonna have to go eat some more prosciutto. I got so much meat in my fridge right now. I got so much meat, dude. I was just gobbling that meat up last night. Just gobbling up.
Meat gobblers, new NFT collection coming out. Also, I don't think it helps that the team that beat the Mariners was Canadian, and now you have the entirety of Canadian CT on the timeline, showing their bets that they won. And
it's bullshit. Fucking Trader Maine, dude. We got Frisk Fruity. Like talking
Sold Jakey's bitch ass.
Yeah, Beanie.
I
fucking bums, Canadian,
dude. Merch nasty ass. Get that shit out of here, dude. All right, Nixon's getting banned right now. Go Jays, go. No way. All right, go Dodgers. All right, let's do this thing.
All right, weather report us up, Clemente.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, October 21st. Looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors pulled back overnight, but are recovering this morning. We got Bitcoin just under 109. So it's not recovering. We got majors continuing to pull back. Bitcoin under 109. Ethereum at under 3,900. Yikes. And these are reports. Ethereum dipping after reports that they're underpaying their developers. Their head developer was only paid like $600K for 6 years of work, despite their market cap going from 0 to 400 billion. But the bankless guys surely contributed more than that, which is why they are getting contributed more. Over the past 24 hours, Coinbase acquired Cobie's up-only NFT for $25 million, which will force Cobie to produce 8 episodes of his up-only podcast. Little controversial marketing spend here from the crew. This morning, news broke that Coinbase also acquired Cobie's Echo investment platform for $375 million. So this is really just a publicity stunt to acquire the NFT, get Cobie, for acquiring Echo. Cobie's probably going to be streaming, dare I say, on Zora. We'll see. But some crazy stuff going on there. You know, we had KOLs going, I know my worth, time to pay up. You're not getting paid. I hate to break it to you. Next up, Polygon CEO Sandeep Nailwal called out the Ethereum Foundation. Jeez, I mean, the Ethereum Foundation is just a disaster. Sandeep called out the foundation for the lack of support for builders and L2s. To make matters worse, here we go. An old blog post resurfaced where the lead dev for Ethereum was paid just $625,000 over 6 years. Good God. I mean, just a tough look for the Ethereum Foundation. What are they spending money on? Huh? I mean, meanwhile, we got Vitalik with a monk robe doing who knows what with the Ethereum money. Who knows what's going on nowadays with Ethereum. But despite all of the bearish news for them, Tom Lee and Bitmine continue to accumulate, adding over $800 million to their ETH reserves over the past 24 hours. I had no idea Tom Lee was still around. They now hold 2.7% of the ETH supply, worth just over $12 billion. What's Bitmine's market cap? Let's see. Bitmine has a $15.3 billion market cap, so just over a 1 MNAV. I think it's like a 1.1 MNAV, if my math is serving me correctly. The stock price is actually holding up pretty well, down only 2% in the last month. Is the bottom in on treasury, crypto treasury companies? We will see. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the weather report. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always, Clemente. Also to note, funny note, yesterday, Tom Lee and Funstrat apparently are doing a podcast with Virtuals. Did I see that correctly?
I mean, good God.
I can't even find the tweet anymore.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Tom Lee and Virtuals. I'm gonna try to pull that link out of the DMs that we have. That's a pretty wild.
So, Tom Lee, tell us what you like about Virtuals and AI agents.
Basically, Virtuals is just one of the most leading indicators for the AI plethora of the world. And if we are using Virtuals, then theoretically, the DAT ecosystem which popped is no longer popped because Virtuals is really the path forward.
Tom Lee, what are your favorite AI agents on Virtuals?
Oh, I thought you would never ask. I actually like to go to my favorite merchant of narratives, ICO Beast, because he's just so on point with these. I like Vader. I like that one that was, I like Room. I like Virgin. You know, it's just my favorite.
Dude, I feel like nothing like a good Ponzi scheme. And when I first got involved into DATs, that was actually a Ponzi itself. So therefore, Virtuals is really my favorite thing to get involved in. Have you heard of AI Baby?
I know you're excited about Virgin, Tom Lee, but how can you explain the drop from a 32 million market cap to $203,000 market cap for the premier meme coin for the Virtuals ecosystem?
You know, this is a really good buying opportunity. This reminds me of Ethereum when it dipped all the way down to $1,000.
This is a brutal chart. What happened here?
Oh, TIBBIR is the best one. TIBBIR is exactly.
What is TIBBIR? I mean, it's ribbit backwards, and I see people post frogs. Is that the extent of it?
I think there's like a billionaire that owns this thing.
Just a well market made coin.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Uncle ETH, jerk. Content has been crap lately here. Hey, Uncle ETH, you know what, dude? You can go suck one. Is that a bear? Is that a Bera NFT? Freaking chump. What is that thing? What's that thing worth? Oh God, this guy's pissing me off now, dude. Imagine what's how do I even see Bera? Anyways, whatever. Uncle ETH, yo, screw you, dude. Jerk.
Yo, Uncle ETH, the best part is you can always just hit the exit button and not watch this.
Oh, yikes. Anyways, all right. Well, Uncle ETH, you know, I wouldn't appreciate that. I really wouldn't appreciate that. All right. Ray, can we move on here?
We can. All right. So the big news on the day, we had Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, acquiring the up-only NFT yesterday, sending crypto Twitter into a frenzy, bringing goodwill to Coinbase, bringing excitement to the masses. And then this morning, we see the Coinbase acquired Echo. So maybe just a big marketing ploy on the $25 million NFT purchase. I know, Clemente, you were saying this is tremendous marketing spend, blah, blah, blah. Do you think it was worth it?
Didn't I call this literally, what was it, 3 weeks ago that someone was going to buy the NFT? I mean, come on now. I think it was well spent, dude. How much money does Coinbase have? Coinbase treasury.
How much money does Coinbase have?
How much do they own? How much money does Coinbase
No
own?
idea.
Jarvis, how much money does Coinbase have? Here we go. So their net assets is $12 billion. So this is assets minus liabilities. We're doing a little FIFO accounting live on the show right now. Total cash. Okay, here we go. Total cash, 7.54 billion. There you have it. So if you go 25 divided by how many cash? 7,500. That's 0.03% or zero. That's 0.3% of their total cash on hand. That's actually more than I expected that they're spending on this. I think that's why my math is correct on that. When in reality, all they were doing was acquiring the company, right? Easy. So it's like me going to Easy and saying, "Hey, Easy, I'm going to buy your company for $1 million, but that Bulbasaur card that you have listed for $50,000, I'll buy that. We're going to use that as the big spend, but then we're just going to acquire your company for $950K. Boom. Nailed it. That's basically what's happening here, right? But it is cool. I'm excited that the up-only TV is coming back.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. They're speculating on who to bring on for guests. Like, I'm really curious, like, who the guests would be for this show. You mentioned a couple things. He said, like, Jeff and Shoku from Hyperliquid, Light, some others. But yeah, I mean, they had some like pretty crazy guests on the previous seasons. But I think the more interesting thing here is like, okay, this has happened. Now, what are like the knock-on effects? Everyone respects Cobie. Everyone's going to be having their eye on the show. I think you nailed it when you said like, hey, are they going to be running the show on Zora? And I feel like that's almost like a given at this point.
I bought some Zora last night.
I mean, everything's red. Zora's green. I bought Zora. I also bought some creator tokens. I'm holding I'm holding Docker as well as kind of like a basket of creator tokens. So yeah. These have been holding up very well, despite everything else kind of dropping. And Zora's up nicely, up over 10 cents.
I mean, it's still below its Coinbase, or sorry, it's Robinhood listing pump, right? During the Robinhood pump, basically did almost a clean 2x to 12 cents. It's at 10 cents right now, and now you have the assumption that Cobie's going to be streaming on there. If Cobie launches a coin, that would be insane. And I think it would lead to a lot of people launching coins as well.
Yep. Casting TIBBIR greater than Zora is a wild take. TIBBIR at 1/3 of the market cap of Zora, which is like just a wild thing when you know Coinbase is just going to be pumping the hell out of Zora.
I mean, I agree. I agree with Cassine. Completely true that a random ass meme coin is better than Zora. Yo, completely true. OX Risk is saying Cobie said he won't stream on Zora because he doesn't want to launch a coin. Interesting. Yeah, maybe he won't launch a coin. Maybe there's a way that you can stream without launching a coin on Zora.
When did he say that too? That was a question.
Yeah. OX Risk, please pull up the tweet. We're doing some live crowdsourcing that I really like. This is the power of a decentralized Zora TV coin. Got it. So maybe there will be like a Zora broad streaming coin, right? Or something like that.
There is a Zora TV coin right now and it's doing well.
Oh, really? Very interesting. Zora.
Very interesting.
Is that 3.7?
Yeah.
I think this is the buy. It's up only 2x in the last 24 hours. Okay, well. I've not been able to pull up coins on Zora recently for some reason. Still on pending since long. Yeah, I mean, let's look at the leaderboard of Zora coins. This is still, I'd be very interested to see these coins in like a month and a half to see if they're what the prices look like. Propaganda is a pretty good one. The Coinage is one that streams. Obviously, we were talking about Docker. But overall, I mean, you get the 10th coin is Jack Butcher's visualized value at 1.5 million. So I think there's a lot of room for these to potentially run, especially considering the supply on these is locked. 50% of the supply is locked. So
I bought some last night. I want to buy some right now.
You bought some creator coins?
Yeah, I bought last night. I bought Jack Butcher.
Nice.
I bought Gabrielle Haynes, and I bought Kaleo, who just launched yesterday as well.
Kaleo launched. What's Kaleo's market cap?
He's like 170, I think, last I checked.
Crypto Kaleo. He's at 137.
Yes, I bought him as well.
Problem with Kaleo is he is not, well, I guess he is docs now. So yeah, you could maybe post like technical analysis. I've been always bullish on SocialFi, and it's obvious base wants to see Zora cook, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Good morning, bulls. Okay, cool. So how much is he?
I saw him. So my thesis with Kaleo is that he was tweeting about Zora price action before launching his token and saying that he's working with Zora. So I'm thinking that he's going to continue to try to pump this token and talk about Zora.
Nice. So he is working with Zora.
Yeah, based on his tweet from yesterday, that's what I got from it.
Okay.
I think it shows a Zora chart somewhere. So that was like my thesis there, getting in at like a lower market cap. If he's trying to pump it up, it's kind of like a flip, essentially.
Zora probably sees another leg up after up only news. I don't see him. If he's partnering with them, that's very interesting because then he would definitely be shilling it more.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I'll try to find it. Anyway, those are the ones I grabbed. I have like a pretty decent like bag of different coins and different posts in Zora. Now I've got some of Nick's viral posts. I've got the OG post from the ZXBT AI agent. I also bought some of Jack last night, being one of the co-founders. Or sorry, not Jack, Jacob. So I'm thinking like rising tide lifts all boats. We see more top coins pump. We see another pump like we had. Zora goes to all-time high. These are all paired with Zora, which is doing well right now. So it's kind of like a beta bet on Zora. That's my thought process.
Easy. What would be your bull case for Zora here at 450 mil? Do you compare it at all? Do you compare it at all to the pump chart? Is that a proper comparison? Are you looking at like Friend Tech as a comp? Like what?
Probably not Friend Tech. I like the pump comparison.
Okay.
Like more creators on the platform means more interest, more demand, more opportunity.
FDV of Zora right now is 30% of, no, 25% of pump. Pure market cap, I am not sure. So
450 market cap, 1.3. So pump's 3x circulating and almost 4x FDV.
Interesting. So yeah, I mean, look, when I look at Pump.Fun, I think it's a different niche. It's a completely different, say what you will about creator capital markets and launching coins. Zora feels like Pump versus Zora feel like polar opposites, right? Pump.Fun feels like way more degenerate, down like almost like the 4chan, like deep internet vibe, Black Mirror style content, which is fine. And I think it has a place in the world, and there's a lot of like entertainment has come out of it so far. Zora feels a little cleaner, quote unquote. You have Coinbase behind, like obviously backing it. You have more of a social media style route where you can kind of bet on the underlying social media platform performing well. So that would be my bull case for it. Obviously, it requires people to be posting on there, and I'll look at like the daily active users that it has. And if it can break out, yeah, I don't know. I like the fact that it's tied to posting stuff on Zora, right? You just have to post things versus on Pump.Fun, you have to stream and kind of do crazy shit in order for your token price to go up. And the name of the game is, can you make price go up over time, over a long enough time horizon? And what we've seen with a lot of the Pump.Fun charts, so the streamer charts, is it basically almost all of them are down like 95%, which is, it's just hard to do stuff on Pump.Fun. To be honest, I'm very glad I never launched a coin on Pump.Fun. I was thinking about it for a period of time, and it would have just sucked to be sitting here today. And, you know, you have this baggage where I'm like, you know, I'm not a streamer and my coin is down 99%. And I'm like, okay, now I got to go stream to this audience. I think it can be really discouraging, but you can make the same argument for Zora. Although I think Zora has more of a PvE narrative going with the base coin, base airdrop. So that is my full analysis, Raymond, that, you know, I'm sure everyone was waiting for on the show.
Yeah. I think I agree with that for the most part. I don't think that you said anything that's like crazily off base. I think we're just gonna have to wait to see it play out. I think we saw some insider trading yesterday on the Basis for Everyone token. This one got pumped early in the day ahead of the acquisitions. So I think we found a little bit of an insider, another wallet to potentially watch here. This one pumped almost to 6 million earlier in the day.
Wow.
Something like a 2 or 3 month high for Basis for Everyone. And then this one has now since pulled back. So maybe a little bit insider work there, maybe not as tight of a ship as you'd expect. Any more thoughts on Cobie, Echo, Coinbase? I don't think anyone here has done any investing through Echo. I think Easy, you just signed up. I'm signed up, but I haven't done it.
Dude, my sign up got stalled. It got like paused. I think largely because of the acquisition. It just kept asking me for more documentation for like 4 days. And I kept submitting shit. So I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening. Hit up their customer support, no answer. I was like, all right. And then this happens. I'm like, oh, this makes way more sense why they were not letting new people sign up.
Yeah, I think
Easy. I'd be very careful, dude. You're just getting. I'd be very careful giving more of your information to
Coinbase has already sold all the information that they're asking for. So I think they should just like go over the top here and be like, no, you're good. Like we actually sold the information you're providing us. So this makes total sense.
Insane. How much would that information be worth? Like my social security, I guess my social security number.
Yours probably not much.
But my passport number, like what could that even be used for? My phone number, address. That's probably worth what, like $500 maybe? $250? No, it can't be worth that much. I think you buy it in bulk is where you get the real value.
the buying in bulk.
I would buy it with Z. I mean, you could probably buy that with Zcash. There's probably a black market for it.
And then you don't have to pay taxes on it. That's a good view. I'm trying to find this tweet. It was by it's Hard Ethereum. I can't find it. I can't actually find their account, but it was funny. It was Coinbase. When you descramble the letters, it spells out Cobie NSA. Speaking of taking your info. So a little tinfoil hat there. Yeah, I'm concerned that like you're gonna see maybe like he said he's gonna stick around with Echo. It's gonna stay separate, but like I can't imagine that they're going to get the same like level of traction, have the same availability of deals. Now that they're like launching ICOs with a publicly traded company. But then again, you could see it to where like, okay, well now they're expanding ICOs to the masses and they're going to provide normies with exposure to entry-level crypto businesses. And this brings in a large amount of funding into the crypto space. So I guess you could look at it multiple ways. I think it's going to take time before like it has an effect. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Moving on. Rough day for Ethereum. Rough day for the Ethereum Foundation. We had Sandeep tweeting that like the Ethereum isn't supporting him. Where he's wondering where they're giving the money to, like if they aren't giving it to like the developers and like internal like workers, like who are they giving it to? So he's kind of just like upset in general that he's paying all these fees, burning all this ETH with his L2, and he's just not seeing anything from it. I don't know if you like caught any of this drama, Clemente, or if you have a take on it. Like this feels like there's like almost like a large anti-Ethereum campaign running right now.
It's hard for me to have a take on Ethereum. I'm biased anti-Ethereum because I've lost money on it, a significant amount of money on it, because I sold the bottom. Ethereum, I mean, it's just so hard running a block. Like the only thing I think about honestly is it's so hard to run a blockchain. It is so difficult because you're up against the best of the best. I mean, I'm reflecting on Abstract right now. Abstract has had an extremely difficult time, like really finding apps that like bringing builders to their chain, because you're up against Solana, you're up against Base, you're up against so many Arbitrum, you're up against, you know, chains with more money, more resources, more users. And then on the flip side, you have the fact that it's so hard to have crypto apps that have product market fit. Right. And so it's just so difficult to build that out. As far as the Ethereum piece go, I didn't see too much about Sandeep's tweet, but I was looking at the one with the developer that was getting only $625K for 6 years of his work at the Ethereum Foundation, and that makes like that going viral. That makes complete sense. That's not a good look for the Ethereum community. And recently they lost. The Ethereum community was making it sound like they lost like their Michael Jordan of developers to the new blockchain Tempo, which I believe is Stripe's new blockchain. And I think that's going to continue to happen. You're going to have more corporations with huge budgets coming in, and they're like, why would they not build their own blockchain? So versus like use what we all think they're going to use our chains, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and Sandeep basically says it here. People have started questioning my fiduciary duty and moral duty towards Polygon. It's widely believed that if Polygon ever decided to call itself an L1, it would probably be valued 2 to 5 times higher than it is today. Think about it. Hedera Hashgraph is an L1 and is valued higher than Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Scroll combined.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have Base. We were talking about this. Base, what would the market cap of that be? I mean, it is an L2, right? So the question is, would the L2 be, is it capped because it's an L2 on Ethereum as far as its market cap goes? Polygon's market cap is $2 billion. Yeah, you got a Polygon, the market cap of $2 billion. We were saying, what was our estimate? We said 10 billion for a Base coin.
I mean, I think so. Like, I think a Base token is worth more than an Avalanche, a Sui, like a chain. I mean, I think a Base token flirts with top 10, even though it is an L2. I think it's a different beast though, because it has Coinbase backing it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I could be completely off here, though. I mean, I could be absolutely just completely orders of magnitude off, but just like gut feeling for me, it just belongs top 20 at worst.
I mean, you have Polymarket built on Polygon, and I would imagine Polymarket, if it launched, No Future brings up a good point that it would flip Polygon in market cap.
No, how do you think that would happen? Oh, would flip Polygon. Okay, what's Polygon's market cap?
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
I mean, it raised at 9.
Yeah.
I think they'd launch on ETH mainnet.
Wait, you think Polymarket would?
Yeah.
You don't think they would launch on
Polygon? No.
Or they launch on ETH mainnet over an L2 like Base?
Yeah.
Interesting. What about Solana? Does it make sense for them to put their coin on Solana?
No.
God, that would be going different stacks. I mean, I feel like they would need to have their token if it's going to have any kind of utility towards the product to be on an L2 for gas purposes. That's my only thought. Market cap for DraftKings 16.5 billion. So yeah, I mean, flipping Polygon in terms of market cap makes complete sense. If you're looking at, say, 25% fully diluted, it'd be a $4 billion market cap for Poly market coming out of the gates, and put it right around Uniswap in terms of circulating. And then I'm not sure where that sits in terms of fully diluted 16 bill, higher up the list for sure. Interesting to see. I mean, the total addressable market for these consumer apps on the blockchains is bigger than the addressable market for the blockchain itself, it feels like. So you're gonna see value accrue to those layers and not necessarily to the underlying blockchain. So we're gonna see what happens here. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Poly market is just gonna acquire Polygon, acquire the underlying blockchain because you're worth more than them. That's an interesting take by Wirehead here. Wasn't all bad news though. I mean, we talked about Tom Lee buying more and more of Ethereum, continuing to buy the dip, even after he called that a bubble. Is he fudding for better entry? I don't know. Taking a look at the list of top holders of the Ethereum token, they're up to 2.5%. SharpLink acquired some more this morning. I think they might be over 1 million Ethereum after their purchase this morning. I'll have to double check those numbers, but approaching $4 billion worth there. The Ethereum Foundation continues to sell. They're continuing to drop off. They only hold 0.18% of the supply. So like this in my head gives you like a very clear picture of where things are heading for Ethereum and like the reliance on these treasury companies. You got three, but a clear leader in Bitmine. Ethereum Foundation, we used to panic and we kind of still do. Every time they decide to sell Ethereum, we were like, oh no, the foundation's selling. We're in trouble. But when you look at these numbers, I mean, they own like a third of what SharpLink owns and less than a tenth of what Bitmine owns in terms of total Ethereum. So it's really becoming like a DAT game for ETH. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. Confidence is a little shaky, and like I've been discussing this on the show this week and last week for ETH. Losing the developer was a big one. Shifting away like from the stablecoin narrative over time, which is being pushed right now, feels like it's an issue because I think other blockchains are going to eat their lunch in terms of stablecoins. So like, what is Ethereum's like kind of long-term rock for what they are? And it's hard to picture it.
It's hard to do it with a lot of blockchains in general, and figuring out what's your bull case for owning a lot of these coins. That's what's hard for me is I'm like, I hold a bunch of bullshit right now, Ray, and I hate selling on the dip. But I once again, I get into this habit every single time we start pumping as I start distributing my money too wide. I have like play money basically, or like trading money, and it always ends up being distributed too wide. And I have a hard time buying a lot of these. I have a hard time holding a lot of these like chain tokens because I don't know what the bull case is for them over a long period of time. The only one I feel confident with is stupid, obviously, but like is Bitcoin. Because I don't have to think about it and I can just deploy. So, I mean, I have Hyperliquid, but even that, I'm like, dude, Hyperliquid has to really nail it. You're up against now Lighter is out and has apparently been doing really well. Aster, I mean, Aster's looking like shit. I'm down 50% on that thing. I'm down 50% on Aster. I lost like $2,000 for no reason. Awesome. God damn it, Aster, you son of a bitch. So, yeah, I mean, with a lot of these momentum trades, it's like it's so easy to get stuck holding the bag right now. Dude, I'm down 50% on this bullshit. Like, what was I thinking? I'm a dumbass, bro. I'm a dumbass. These things, you got to be in and out. You can't be holding a lot of these things for longer than like 2 months, longer than a month even. What was it? XPL, I got rinsed.
I think you need to stop buying the new thing because everyone's talking about it on the timeline. You don't have conviction in Aster. You don't have conviction in XPL.
I don't have conviction.
Wheelhouse.
So XPL I was doing really well, dude. I was on a nice little run where I was like hitting a couple, 3 to 5x dingers. So then I was like, boom, I'm gonna ride that momentum into this, And I think I ended up round tripping everything I made in the little 2-week run that I had where I was making money. So yeah, that's my issue. And now I'm like, okay, well, do I even believe in Aster? Like, why would I not just hold Hyperliquid? What's the valuation of this thing? I guess it's 1/12 or whatever of the market cap. But yeah, this is what holding the bag looks like, folks. This is what getting stuck holding the bag. This is interesting. Ray's pulling up the 10K challenge. Easy's portfolio is now down $2,000. Like even Easy's alts have been getting rinsed. Pio with Bitcoin only, he's down 9% since we started this challenge. Obviously, we don't hold a lot of these things now. I'm down 42%. There
I like
you go.
bringing this up, even though the challenge is over, just because it gives you a good indicator on a couple different baskets and how they are performing versus each other. Bitcoin versus a solid alt bag versus a diversified meme coin portfolio across multiple ecosystems.
Yeah. Small P Energy calling me out. I mean, I'm going to kick your ass, Small P Energy. I've got beef now with multiple people on the show. Small P Energy, Uncle ETH, you better watch your mouth. You better watch your mouth. So anyways, yeah, I'd rather we not talk about how much money I've lost in crypto the last month because that makes me sad. So yeah, terrible.
So during times like these, you're feeling,
I'm feeling desperation. I'm feeling anxiety. I'm feeling depression. I haven't slept I haven't gotten a full night of sleep in a week.
That's because you're eating charcuterie boards for dinner.
I can't eat. I can't go to the bathroom. These are all things I'm feeling. I feel heartbroken. I feel desperation. I feel inadequate. These are things I'm feeling, Raymond.
I mean, just be patient. Don't be patient in meme coins, but be patient in conviction holdings. I think we're fine. I think we're going to range. We just saw a huge event in the biggest liquidation event of all time for crypto. And we're still almost at 110 Bitcoin, almost at 4K ETH. Solana's right near 200. Hype's in the 30s. We didn't die. We cleared out a ton of leverage. All the regulatory tailwinds are still in place. We've got a macro overhang that if that gets solved, things are going to send. I mean, there's a lot to look forward to and a lot to be positive about, especially just entering a rate cut cycle. That being said, I mean, they're also still you have to weigh both sides, and that's why the markets are chopping. I mean, you have maybe this trade war escalates, maybe it goes on longer, maybe Powell doesn't decide to cut rates this month, maybe PMI or the CPI on Friday comes in and surprises us. You got to look at both sides, but I feel like there is a lot of room to the upside, and I don't think we've topped yet.
Can I if the top is in? If there really was a 4-year cycle and it just ended, I'd be devastated.
I thought that
would suck, dude. That would suck. I mean, I guess What?
Yeah, I thought that'd be consensus. I had a poll yesterday. How would you rate your crypto journey since 2022? Where would you?
I rated it a 3.
Somewhat happy. If the cycle was ended, you said it would suck though. You just said it would suck
for my money.
I'm a 4
for my portfolio. Okay, easy. Yeah, we all know you're 4. You fucking bitch.
I bought a horse. Getting some goats.
What you should have said, Ray,
a couple chickens,
is I think relating it to your portfolio experience, because portfolio and maybe trading versus career is different, right? Because career wise, I'm like, dude, I'm fired up. I'm very happy. Portfolio trading wise, I'm like, dude, I do some dumb shit. Portfolio wise, even actually, I'm being a little bit dramatic. I've done well with buying Bitcoin and switching to mostly Bitcoin last year, over 50% of my portfolio in it. buying stocks and all of that. But in terms of like taking profits on alts and taking profits on like short to midterm trades, trash.
I thought that most people would be upset. I wanted to frame it as crypto journey as opposed to profit and loss, because I'm curious how people value their time in this space as well. Just like you're saying, you're a 3 here, but you would have been a 4 if the cycle's over in terms of your bags. I wanted people to like factor in other factors. I'd say I'm a 4 in terms of where I'm at, in terms of my overall journey. And I think I'm closer to like a 3 or a 2 if we're talking about just our bags.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people still think there's a lot left in this cycle.
Yeah.
Most people, the consensus, if you were to do a poll, do you think the top is in? Do you think the cycle has ended? Most people, I think 70% would say no. 80% would say no. Small P Energy definitely thinks it's over. Small P Energy, he's like, yo, dog, we're cooked. T9 user, I believe this is did he definitely change his username?
Dorado.
Yeah, this is El Dorado Solado. Unreal's asking, when do we get interested in JPEGs again? I mean, dude, it is looking rough out there for JPEGs. Did you look at? I looked at Ordinals for the first time in a while last week, right? Or this week. Good God, man. I mean, TIBBIR Wizards, no one's buying these other than Udi. It's kind of wild. Udi, you look at all of the recent sales, dude, look at this. This is pretty insane. There's been all the sales. Sorry, Ray?
I sold mine there.
You did. You sold yours. I mean, every sale you see, it's a fresh wallet. It's kind of wild. So they're just holding up the floor slowly. Yeah, no one's buying no one's buying NFTs. I think NFTs at some point will be a great thing to hold, but it's not right now. I get it's hard to imagine I don't know. There's so many assets and I'm like, okay, what do I buy? Right? What am I looking to deploy? And until we have some sort of retail coming, we're smoked, dude. I feel like retail's been leaving the last 6 months or since the Trump coin.
I don't think retail's buying Ordinals anyway. I think Ordinals are pretty cooked at this point. I think we're a long way before we see any kind of action there. I think that there needs to be that wealth effect for Ordinals to work. Like, I think the ETH wealth effect, when ETH ran from a couple $100s to thousands of dollars, caused NFTs to pump, and that wealth effect for Bitcoin, it just takes so much more of a run. Bitcoin's going to get to $1 million before Ordinals pump. Like, I just don't see a scenario where people are like getting rid of their sats to buy Ordinals, or new people are coming in to buy Ordinals.
Did you sell all of your Ordinals?
Just the TIBBIR Wizard. I'm still holding like a Pizza Ninja, a Bitcoin Puppet, and then just a bunch of random trash.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. If you had sold all your stuff without telling me, I would have actually been so mad. I would have been so mad. I mean, I was looking at the price action of some of the stuff I own. Oh, yikes. I'm smoked. Oh, boy. Yikes.
Oh, boy. Cowabunga.
I just checked my Stars Arena bag.
Don't look at prices. Just touch grass. We're gonna have a lot of chop, and just be happy you're not a runes holder.
Well, I do hold some runes still. I mean, this shit's so hard, dude. But there's also been times where I'm trying to think. I think there's maybe 5 times in my life that I've regretted selling something. It really is. As much as it sucks that sometimes in the day that you sell, taking profits or cutting your losses, as much as Pio is annoying with how he gives advice and the way he presents it, the thing he said that I think makes a lot of sense is that time is not on your side with a lot of these assets. As far as like, it's just going to keep bleeding against like Bitcoin, against a lot of these things. You're just slowly, unless it's the top 1%, you don't have time on your side. Remember, I got dunked on for selling my fart coin like a month ago, or what, like a month and a half ago, because I sold it at 850 mil. It's now at 360. It's down 70% from when I sold it.
I sold it a little early on the run up, and it's like almost
right. Like if you come back to like, if you think from a long-term perspective, at what point do you feel there's very few things that I feel like I sold early that I regret when you zoom out, you know, over a few months? There's obviously days that I'm like, damn, I sold that too early, but timing these things is so difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I think I did this. This is what I did on Fartcoin.
Yeah.
Buy, sell, miss the top, and now we're way back down here again.
That's why the conviction assets, right? Like the full conviction assets end up being my worst trades. Remember, like Troll, that was one of the best trades I made this year. And it was a like 7 out of 10 conviction for me. I bought this thing at 30 mil, sold the first one at like I think I sold like 120, and then it ran up more. I'm like, I'm an idiot. It went up another 2x, and I sold 180, like 220. I kind of scattered, and then again at like 150. I think when you look at the all-time high price, my rule of thumb is I'm like, dude, if I can capture like 60 to 70% of this all-time high in terms of like profits, I'm a happy man. Versus round tripping, that one stings, the round trips.
It's so hard to do that. It like just like drawing it out on the thing. You have to buy it down here, and then you have to sell it. You had one day in which you could sell it anywhere near the all-time high. 2 days maybe, you know? And you have to pick that perfect day amongst all these other potential top signals. Like, well, could it be here? You sold some there. Like, could it be on its way here again? No. So, I mean, it's very, like, trying to Pico top things is a mentality you're just not going to be successful with. I think Easy is very good at this and having, like, take profits that are reasonable and executing them without emotion. I think that's one of the best.
I just get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Like, even Easy, who I consider like is one of the best traders I know, dude, even he gets shit wrong all the time too. Like,
oh yeah,
so
100%.
This is such a difficult thing to do. It's with the market that we're in, especially where it's like things go in and out all the time.
It's even harder right now though, because it's a news-driven market. Like, all it takes is Trump to say that he's going to impose a tariff, and the market sells off 30%. Like, insane. In a news-driven market, it's so much harder because the fundamentals are thrown out the window. Like, you have hundreds of millions of dollars of flows on ETFs right now, in and out. Like, last week we had a ton of inflows. This week we had $100 million outflow yesterday. So I'm like, this is crazy because the volatility is tough to stomach for a lot of people. And the reality is, more times than not, you should just be buying spot on things you genuinely have a thesis on and believe in. Have set stop losses, and if they hit, they hit. If they don't, you end up making a profitable trade. Like, you should always have a stop loss. You should always have a take profit, and don't be unrealistic. Like, dude, if your take profit is 1,000x, the likelihood you're going to hit that is 1 in a million. Like, plain and simple. If you hit it, great for you. But I'd also bet now you have a 90% plus chance of giving it all back. And the amount of people that I'm starting to see who like crushed meme coins have given basically all their money back is like astronomically high. Like, it's like, oh, and then they pivot to perps and they just give more of it back. Like, it's just a cyclical cycle where you should be content taking profits at a reasonable target and just getting out.
Yeah, if you're setting your take profits at 1,000x, you might as well just be going to bodalgos.com/yeet and playing limbo, trying to hit 1,000x's on their platform, and then maybe winning some cash prizes from us in the process. But no, it's straight gambling when you do that sort of like greediness on trades. You need to have like a thesis, and you have to have like measured and disciplined stop profits, and then or stop losses and take profits and execute on them without emotion. Like, that's how you're going to win against like the best of the best in the top 1% trading here in crypto. But I think there's something to say about just surviving too. Surviving, finding the PVE opportunities. So
yeah, there was a period of time for like 2 weeks there where it was, dude, there was a lot of opportunities if you had just shown up and stuck around 1,000%. So, you know, time will tell what the what happens from here. But I think surviving is a theme, dude. Just just hang around, just scrap and claw your way in, stay in the pocket, hold your ground, and you will, I guarantee, if you stick around long enough, you will become a billionaire. You will, you know.
I like the take on Rasmer. I'm guessing you're quoting here, right?
Oh no, I didn't know that was.
You didn't see that?
As I said, no.
You didn't see the Rasmer. Somebody shared it. He's essentially saying if you're somebody who's trenching and you just show up every day and you click the buttons and you do this for years and you're grinding, you're gonna have mid six figures.
It's so hard. It is so much harder than people make it out to be. From what I've learned in my time in crypto, it's extremely difficult. And yeah, there are some big boys out there that will absolutely just eat you alive if you let them. Wow, what a cheerful episode. Wow. Hey.
Yeah, so honestly, no matter the amount of money you put in, the opportunity cost will make it go to zero regardless, and then you'll kill yourself.
All right.
That's gonna do it for today's show, Clemente. I mean, Tom, can you send us off here, Tom Lee?
Thank you all for tuning in. We will catch you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern.